Today, we start a journey into the deep and life-changing practice of using our words carefully. Imagine a world where each word is filled with compassion, understanding, and truth. This isn't just an ideal. It's a realistic goal, deeply grounded in the Buddha's teachings. As we come together now, let's think about the great power our words hold and how, through mindful speech, we can bring harmony and inner peace. In Buddhism, words aren't just sounds or symbols. They are strong tools that can shape our reality and impact others. Just like a sculptor shapes a masterpiece from stone, our words shape our relationships, self-image, and the world around us. The Buddha taught that speech reflects our inner state and is a way to express our intentions. How we speak shows our hearts and minds and can either connect us with others or push them away. Buddhist teachings on speech are rooted in right speech, an essential part of the Noble Eightfold Path. This path guides us to live with wisdom, ethical behavior, and mental discipline. Right speech goes beyond just avoiding lies or harsh words. It's about speaking mindfully, with purpose, to communicate in ways that uplift, inspire, and create harmony. Think about this. How often do we speak without considering the impact of our words? In the busy flow of daily life, we may find ourselves in idle talk, gossip, or even criticism, unaware of how our words subtly influence others. The Buddha encourages us to pause and think before we speak. He teaches that before speaking, we should ask 3 questions. Is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? These questions serve as a guide, helping us choose words that align with our deepest values and intentions. To grasp the importance of wise speech, we must first understand the deep link between our words and our inner world. Our speech reflects our thoughts and emotions. When we speak with awareness and kindness, we create a mind that is clear and peaceful. On the other hand, when our words are careless or harsh, they show a mind that is disturbed and conflicted. By practicing right speech, we engage in a form of inner cleansing, bringing our outer expressions in line with our inner goals. Buddhist teachings highlight the importance of ethical behavior, which includes the practice of wise speech. Ethical conduct, or sila, is one of the threefold trainings in Buddhism, along with mindfulness, sati, and wisdom, panya. Sila encourages us to live in harmony with ourselves and others by following moral guidelines, including careful use of words. This practice helps us approach our interactions with honesty and respect. Mindfulness, a key part of the Buddhist path, plays an essential role in our speech. Mindfulness, sati, means being fully aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. When we apply mindfulness to our communication, we become more aware of the impact of our words and more thoughtful in how we express ourselves. This practice allows us to speak with more clarity and compassion, building deeper connections and reducing misunderstandings. Wisdom, panya, adds further insight into wise speech. In Buddhism, wisdom is not just knowing facts, but deeply understanding the nature of reality. It helps us to make thoughtful choices in our speech, to speak honestly and carefully, and to avoid causing harm. With the development of wisdom, we gain the ability to handle complex interactions with grace and understanding. As we explore the practice of wise speech, let's keep in mind that this journey is about ongoing growth, not perfection. Each moment gives us a chance to improve our communication and bring our words closer to our highest intentions. By following the principles of right speech, we help create a more peaceful and compassionate world, both within ourselves and in our relationships with others. To sum up, the practice of wise speech is a deep and transformative journey rooted in the Buddha's teachings. It encourages us to consider the impact of our words and to engage in communication that is mindful, caring, and honest. As we walk this path together, may we develop a strong awareness of our speech and live by the principles of right speech in our daily lives, bringing peace and unity to ourselves and those around us. Let's begin this journey with open hearts, committed to speaking with wisdom and kindness. May our words become a source of healing and understanding, leading us toward greater harmony and enlightenment. Number 1. Understanding the power of words. At the core of Buddhist teachings is a deep understanding of the power of words, a force that can either uplift or tear down, heal or hurt. Though intangible, words hold a great influence that shapes our reality, affects our emotions, and guides our relationships. The Buddha, with his profound insight into human experience, recognized how crucial speech is on our path to enlightenment and inner peace. The impact of words. Words are not mere sounds or symbols. They are powerful tools that can sculpt our lives and the lives of those around us. Imagine, if you will, the delicate act of planting a seed. The words we speak are like those seeds. Once sown, they grow into experiences, shaping the landscape of our interactions and perceptions. When we speak with kindness, our words can cultivate trust and affection, fostering positive and supportive relationships. Conversely, when our speech is harsh or unkind, it can sow discord and misunderstanding, leading to suffering and estrangement. Consider the simple act of a compliment. A few well-chosen words of praise can uplift someone's spirits, affirm their worth, and inspire them to achieve greater heights. Conversely, a thoughtless remark or criticism can lead to hurt feelings, diminished self-esteem, and a sense of alienation. This illustrates the immediate impact words can have on our emotional well-being and self-perception. Thus, our words carry the potential to either build up or tear down, to create harmony or perpetuate discord. In the Buddhist context, the impact of words is deeply intertwined with the concept of karma. Karma, in essence, refers to the law of cause and effect. Our actions and intentions create ripples that influence our future experiences. Words are a form of action, and the speech we engage in contributes to our karmic footprint. Speaking with wisdom and compassion leads to positive outcomes and harmonious relationships, while unwholesome speech generates negative consequences and strife. Buddhist perspective on speech. The Buddhist teachings offer valuable insights into the nature of speech and its significance in maintaining ethical conduct and harmony. Central to Buddhist ethics is the practice of right speech, one of the components of the Noble Eightfold Path. Right speech involves using words in ways that are truthful, harmonious, and beneficial, avoiding those that are false, divisive, or harmful. In the Buddhist view, speech is a reflection of our inner state and intentions. When we cultivate a mind of compassion and clarity, our words naturally align with these qualities. Conversely, when our mind is clouded by anger, greed, or ignorance, our speech can become a source of conflict and misunderstanding. Therefore, the practice of right speech is not merely about following a set of external rules, but about cultivating an inner quality of mindfulness and ethical awareness. The Buddha identified 4 types of speech to avoid: false speech, slanderous speech, harsh speech, and idle chatter. Each of these forms of speech has the potential to create suffering and discord. False speech involves lying or deceit, undermining trust and integrity. Slanderous speech entails spreading rumors or malicious gossip, causing division and harm. Harsh speech includes any form of verbal abuse or criticism, which can inflict emotional pain. Idle chatter refers to meaningless or frivolous talk that lacks substance or purpose. By refraining from these forms of unwholesome speech and actively practicing right speech, we align ourselves with the Buddhist principles of ethical conduct and harmony. This involves speaking truthfully and kindly, using our words to foster understanding and connection rather than discord. The role of mindfulness in speech. Mindfulness, sati, plays a crucial role in our ability to use words wisely. In Buddhism, mindfulness involves being fully present and aware of our thoughts, emotions, and actions. When applied to speech, mindfulness helps us to be conscious of the impact of our words before we utter them. It encourages us to pause and reflect on whether our speech aligns with our values and intentions. A mindful approach to speech involves several practices. 1. Awareness of intentions. Before speaking, we can ask ourselves what our intentions are. Are we speaking to help, to harm, or merely to entertain? By clarifying our intentions, we can ensure that our words align with our values and contribute to positive outcomes. 2. Thoughtful reflection. Mindfulness encourages us to reflect on the potential impact of our words. This includes considering how our speech might affect others and whether it contributes to harmony or conflict. By anticipating the effects of our words, we can choose to speak in ways that are supportive and constructive. 3. Pausing before speaking. In moments of emotional intensity or conflict, mindfulness teaches us the value of pausing before speaking. This pause allows us to collect our thoughts, temper our emotions, and respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. 4. Listening with attention. Mindful communication also involves active listening. By fully attending to the speaker and understanding their perspective, we can respond more empathetically and appropriately, fostering clearer and more effective communication. Wisdom in speech. Wisdom, panya, further guides us in using our words wisely. In Buddhism, wisdom is not merely intellectual knowledge, but a deep understanding of the nature of reality and our place within it. It enables us to discern the right course of action and speak in ways that reflect our deepest values and insights. Wisdom in speech involves recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings and understanding the consequences of our words. It prompts us to speak with compassion and insight, aiming to alleviate suffering and promote well-being. By cultivating wisdom, we learn to navigate complex situations with grace and to use our words to foster understanding and harmony. In summary, the power of words is profound and far-reaching. By understanding their impact and incorporating the principles of right speech, mindfulness, and wisdom, we can transform our communication and our relationships. Through this practice, we align our words with our highest intentions and contribute to a more harmonious and compassionate world. Number 2. The threefold training in Buddhism. The Buddhist path to enlightenment is guided by the threefold training: ethical conduct, sila, mindfulness, sati, and wisdom, panya. Each of these aspects plays a crucial role in shaping how we interact with the world, including how we use our words. Understanding these components helps us appreciate the importance of wise speech and integrate it into our daily lives. Ethical conduct, sila. Ethical conduct, or sila, forms the foundation of Buddhist practice. It encompasses moral principles and guidelines for behavior that promote harmony, integrity, and respect. In the context of speech, sila emphasizes the importance of right speech, which is part of the broader ethical framework. Right speech is one of the 5 precepts, or basic ethical guidelines, in Buddhism. It involves speaking truthfully, kindly, and constructively. The Buddha taught that ethical speech aligns with our commitment to avoid actions that cause harm to ourselves or others. By practicing right speech, we uphold the principles of honesty, compassion, and respect, contributing to a more harmonious and peaceful environment. To practice ethical conduct in speech, we must maintain 1. Avoid false speech. This means refraining from lying or deceiving others. Honesty builds trust and fosters genuine connections, while falsehoods erode relationships and create discord. 2. Avoid slanderous speech. This involves avoiding gossip and malicious remarks that can harm someone's reputation or relationships. Instead, we should speak in ways that uplift and support others. 3. Avoid harsh speech. Harsh or abusive language can inflict emotional pain and damage relationships. By choosing our words carefully and speaking with kindness, we contribute to more compassionate and respectful interactions. 4. Avoid idle chatter. While casual conversation is often a part of social interactions, we should be mindful of engaging in meaningful and purposeful dialogue rather than frivolous or meaningless talk. By integrating these aspects of right speech into our daily interactions, we uphold ethical conduct and contribute to a more positive and harmonious environment. Mindfulness, sati. Mindfulness, or sati, is the practice of being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. It involves observing our experiences without attachment or aversion, allowing us to respond to situations with clarity and understanding. In the context of speech, mindfulness helps us be aware of the impact of our words and choose them thoughtfully. Practicing mindfulness in speech involves 1. Being present. When we are fully present in our conversations, we are more likely to choose words that are thoughtful and appropriate. Mindfulness helps us listen attentively and respond with consideration. 2. Observing our intentions. Mindfulness allows us to recognize our motivations behind what we say. By understanding our intentions, we can ensure that our speech aligns with our values and promotes positive outcomes. 3. Regulating emotions. Mindfulness helps us manage our emotional responses, especially in challenging situations. By staying calm and centered, we can speak more constructively and avoid reacting impulsively. 4. Reflecting on impact. Mindfulness encourages us to consider the potential impact of our words on others. By reflecting on how our speech might affect those around us, we can choose words that contribute to harmony and understanding. Wisdom, panya. Wisdom, or panya, represents a deep understanding of the nature of reality and the ability to discern the right course of action. In the context of speech, wisdom guides us in using our words in ways that reflect our deepest insights and contribute to the well-being of ourselves and others. Wisdom in speech involves 1. Understanding interconnectedness. Wisdom helps us recognize the interconnectedness of all beings. When we understand how our words affect others, we are more likely to speak with empathy and compassion. 2. Choosing the right moment. Wisdom guides us in selecting the right time and manner for our speech. It helps us discern when to speak and when to remain silent, contributing to more effective and harmonious communication. 3. Promoting understanding. Wisdom encourages us to use our words to foster mutual understanding and resolve conflicts. By speaking with insight and clarity, we contribute to better communication and stronger relationships. 4. Avoiding harm. Wisdom teaches us to avoid speech that causes harm or suffering. By choosing words that promote well-being and alleviate suffering, we align our communication with our deepest values and insights. Integrating the threefold training. To fully integrate the threefold training into our practice of speech, we must cultivate ethical conduct, mindfulness, and wisdom simultaneously. Each aspect supports and reinforces the others, creating a comprehensive approach to wise speech. 1. Ethical conduct, SLA, provides the foundation for moral behavior, including right speech. 2. Mindfulness, sati, enhances our awareness of the impact of our words and helps us choose them thoughtfully. 3. Wisdom, panya, guides us in using our speech in ways that reflect our deepest understanding and contribute to the well-being of ourselves and others. By embracing the threefold training, we can transform our communication and interactions, creating a more harmonious and compassionate world. Through ethical conduct, mindfulness, and wisdom, we align our words with our highest intentions and contribute to a more positive and supportive environment for ourselves and those around us. In summary, the threefold training offers a profound framework for understanding and practicing wise speech. By integrating ethical conduct, mindfulness, and wisdom into our communication, we can cultivate a practice of speech that promotes harmony, understanding, and well-being. Number 3. The 4 right efforts. The practice of the 4 right efforts, or the 4 great efforts, is a key component of the Buddhist path and directly influences how we use our words. These efforts provide a structured approach to cultivating wise speech by addressing negative speech patterns, fostering positive communication, and learning from past mistakes. Understanding and applying these efforts can lead to more harmonious and compassionate interactions in our daily lives. 1. Preventing negative speech. The first effort involves preventing the emergence of negative speech. This means actively working to avoid harmful speech patterns before they manifest. It requires vigilance and awareness to recognize the triggers and conditions that lead to unwholesome speech. By identifying these patterns, we can implement strategies to prevent them from arising. Self-awareness. Regularly reflect on your speech and communication habits. Notice when and why you might resort to negative or harmful speech, such as when you're stressed or angry. By understanding these triggers, you can better manage your responses. Mindful communication. Practice mindful communication by being present and attentive in conversations. This helps you respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Mindfulness allows you to catch yourself before engaging in harmful speech. Setting intentions. Before entering into discussions or interactions, set a clear intention to speak positively and constructively. By consciously choosing to promote harmony and understanding, you reduce the likelihood of negative speech arising. 2. Cultivating positive speech. The second effort focuses on cultivating positive speech. This involves actively engaging in speech that is beneficial, kind, and uplifting. Positive speech helps to build relationships, foster understanding, and create a supportive environment. Practice kindness. Make a habit of speaking with kindness and compassion. Compliment others, offer encouragement, and express appreciation. Kind words can significantly impact the well-being of those around you. Encourage and support. Use your words to support and uplift others. Offer constructive feedback and solutions rather than criticism. Encourage growth and positive change through your speech. Promote understanding. Strive to communicate clearly and empathetically. Listen actively to others and ensure that your words contribute to mutual understanding and resolve conflicts peacefully. 3. Correcting unwise speech. The third effort involves correcting and addressing unwise speech when it occurs. This requires acknowledging and taking responsibility for any harmful or negative speech that may have slipped out. It is essential to learn from these instances and make amends to prevent recurrence. Acknowledge mistakes. When you realize that you have spoken unkindly or hurtfully, acknowledge the mistake openly. Apologize sincerely and take responsibility for the impact of your words. Reflect and learn. Reflect on the circumstances and triggers that led to unwise speech. Analyze what went wrong and how you can address similar situations more constructively in the future. Make amends. Where possible, make amends for any harm caused by your speech. This may involve having a follow-up conversation, clarifying misunderstandings, or taking actions to rectify the situation. Fourth, sustaining wise speech. The fourth effort focuses on sustaining and reinforcing wise speech over time. This involves maintaining a consistent practice of right speech and continuously integrating the lessons learned into your daily communication. Regular reflection. Regularly reflect on your speech patterns and interactions. Assess whether your communication aligns with your values and goals. Use these reflections to adjust and improve your speech. Continual practice. Make a conscious effort to practice wise speech consistently. Engage in exercises and mindfulness practices that reinforce your commitment to positive and constructive communication. Seek feedback. Be open to receiving feedback from others about your communication style. Use this feedback as a tool for growth and improvement in your speech practices. Integrating the 4 right efforts. Integrating the 4 right efforts into your daily life requires a holistic approach. Each effort supports the others, creating a comprehensive practice for cultivating wise speech. 1. Preventing negative speech helps you avoid harmful patterns. 2. Cultivating positive speech enhances your communication with kindness and support. 3. Correcting unwise speech allows you to address and learn from mistakes. 4th, sustaining wise speech ensures that the practice of right speech remains a consistent part of your life. By embracing and applying the 4 right efforts, you create a foundation for communication that aligns with Buddhist principles and fosters a more harmonious and compassionate environment. These efforts support your journey toward greater wisdom, ethical conduct, and mindfulness, enriching your interactions and relationships with others. Number the 5 precepts and right speech. The 5 precepts are fundamental ethical guidelines in Buddhism that provide a framework for moral conduct. Among these, right speech plays a crucial role in promoting ethical behavior and harmony in our interactions. Understanding and applying the 5 precepts with a focus on right speech helps us align our communication with Buddhist principles and fosters a more compassionate and respectful environment. Understanding the 5 precepts. The 5 precepts are: 1. Refrain from killing, respect and preserve life, avoiding harm to any living being. 2. Refrain from stealing, respect others' property and avoid taking what is not freely given. 3. Refrain from sexual misconduct, practice respectful and consensual sexual behavior, avoiding harm to others. 4. Refrain from false speech, speak truthfully and avoid lying or deceit. 5. Refrain from intoxicants, avoid substances that cloud the mind and lead to unwholesome behavior. Among these precepts, right speech is directly related to the 4th precept, refrain from false speech. However, right speech encompasses more than just avoiding falsehoods. It includes practicing honesty, kindness, and constructive communication. Application of the precepts in daily conversations. Applying the 5 precepts in daily conversations helps ensure that our speech aligns with ethical principles and contributes to a positive and harmonious environment. Here's how each precept relates to right speech. 1. Refrain from killing. While this precept primarily concerns physical harm, it also extends to the emotional impact of our words. Avoiding harsh or hurtful speech aligns with the principle of refraining from causing harm. 2. Refrain from stealing. Just as we avoid taking what is not freely given, we should avoid taking advantage of others through deceptive or manipulative speech, being honest and transparent in our communication. 3. refrain from sexual misconduct. This precept involves respecting others' boundaries and avoiding harm. Similarly, in communication, we should be mindful not to cross boundaries or engage in inappropriate or exploitative dialogue. 4. Refrain from false speech. This directly relates to right speech, involving speaking truthfully, avoiding lies and being honest. It also includes avoiding slander and gossip that can harm others' reputations. 5. Refrain from intoxicants. While this precept focuses on physical substances, it also implies mental clarity and awareness. Being mindful and clear-headed in our speech ensures that our words are intentional and constructive rather than influenced by confusion or distraction. Practical tips for applying the precepts. To apply the 5 precepts in your daily conversations, consider the following practical tips. 1. Be truthful. Strive to speak the truth and avoid exaggeration or deception. Honesty builds trust and integrity in your relationships. Before speaking, ask yourself if your words are accurate and truthful. 2. Speak kindly. Use language that is supportive, encouraging, and compassionate. Avoid harsh or critical remarks that can hurt others. Choose words that promote positivity and respect. 3. Be mindful of boundaries. Respect others' boundaries and preferences in conversation. Avoid prying into sensitive topics or engaging in intrusive or inappropriate dialogue. 4. Avoid gossip and slander. Refrain from sharing information that is harmful or unverified. Focus on positive and constructive topics that contribute to mutual understanding and support. 5. Maintain mental clarity. Practice mindfulness and awareness in your communication. Ensure that your speech is deliberate and thoughtful rather than impulsive or influenced by external factors. The role of right speech in building harmonious relationships. Right speech, guided by the 5 precepts, plays a crucial role in fostering harmonious relationships and creating a positive social environment. By adhering to these ethical guidelines, we contribute to a culture of respect, understanding, and kindness. 1. Building trust. Honest and respectful communication builds trust and strengthens relationships. When people know they can rely on your words, it fosters a sense of security and mutual respect. 2. Enhancing understanding. Clear and compassionate speech promotes better understanding and resolution of conflicts. By communicating thoughtfully, we facilitate constructive dialogue and mutual comprehension. 3. Creating a positive environment. Ethical communication contributes to a supportive and harmonious atmosphere. When conversations are guided by the principles of the 5 precepts, it enhances overall well-being and reduces interpersonal tensions. Integrating the 5 precepts into daily communication. Integrating the 5 precepts into your daily communication involves continuous self-awareness and effort. Regularly reflect on your speech and interactions and strive to align them with these ethical principles. By doing so, you contribute to a more compassionate and respectful environment, enriching your relationships and interactions with others. In summary, the 5 precepts provide a foundational framework for right speech. By understanding and applying these precepts, you can cultivate a practice of communication that aligns with Buddhist ethical principles. Through truthful, kind, and mindful speech, you contribute to harmonious relationships and a supportive social environment. Embracing the 5 precepts in your communication fosters integrity, respect, and compassion in all your interactions. Number 5. Mindful communication techniques. Mindful communication involves approaching our interactions with awareness and intention, ensuring that our speech fosters understanding and compassion. By incorporating mindful communication techniques, we can improve the quality of our interactions and align them with the principles of right speech. Here are key techniques to enhance mindful communication. 1. Active listening. Active listening is a crucial component of mindful communication. It involves fully focusing on the speaker, understanding their message, and responding thoughtfully. Active listening helps us to engage deeply in conversations and respond with empathy and clarity. Give full attention, set aside distractions, and focus entirely on the speaker. This means putting away phones, making eye contact, and being present in the moment. Reflect and clarify. Reflect on what the speaker has said and ask clarifying questions if needed. This demonstrates that you are actively engaged and seeking to understand their perspective fully. Avoid interrupting. Allow the speaker to finish their thoughts before responding. Interrupting can disrupt the flow of communication and hinder mutual understanding. Validate feelings. Acknowledge and validate the speaker's emotions and experiences. This helps build rapport and shows that you respect their perspective. 2. Choosing words. Carefully, selecting our words with care is essential in mindful communication. Words have the power to build relationships or create conflict, so it's important to choose them wisely. Be clear and concise. Aim for clarity in your communication. Avoid ambiguous or vague language that could lead to misunderstandings. Express your thoughts in a straightforward and understandable manner. Use positive language. Frame your speech in a positive and constructive way. Instead of focusing on problems, highlight solutions and offer encouragement. Consider the impact. Think about how your words will affect others. Choose language that is respectful and considerate, avoiding any that could cause harm or discomfort. Adapt to the context. Adjust your communication style based on the context and the person you are speaking with. Tailoring your approach to fit the situation can enhance understanding and rapport. 3. Non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication includes body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice. These elements can significantly impact the effectiveness of your communication. Maintain open body language. Use open and inviting body language, such as maintaining good posture and using appropriate gestures. This helps convey openness and receptivity. Be mindful of facial expressions. Your facial expressions can convey emotions and attitudes. Ensure that your expressions align with the message you want to communicate and avoid expressions that could be misinterpreted. Use a calm and warm tone. The tone of your voice affects how your message is received. Speak in a calm and warm tone to promote a positive and respectful interaction. Observe others' non-verbal cues. Pay attention to the non-verbal signals of others. This can provide insights into their feelings and reactions, helping you adjust your communication accordingly. 4. Practicing empathy. Empathy involves understanding and sharing the feelings of others. Practicing empathy in communication helps build deeper connections and fosters a supportive and compassionate dialogue. Put yourself in others' shoes. Try to understand things from the other person's perspective. This helps you respond with greater sensitivity and relevance. Express compassion. Show genuine concern and care for the other person's feelings and experiences. Compassionate responses help to build trust and strengthen relationships. Acknowledge differences. Recognize and respect differences in opinions and experiences. Empathy involves accepting diverse viewpoints and responding with an open mind. 5. Managing emotions. Managing your emotions during communication is crucial for maintaining a constructive and respectful dialogue. Emotional regulation helps you respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Recognize emotional triggers. Identify situations or topics that trigger strong emotions in you. Being aware of these triggers helps you prepare and manage your responses more effectively. Practice deep breathing. Use deep breathing techniques to calm yourself during intense or stressful conversations. This helps you maintain composure and think more clearly. Take breaks if needed. If you find yourself becoming overwhelmed or upset, it's okay to take a brief pause to regain your composure. This prevents escalation and allows for a more thoughtful response. Engaging in reflective practices. Reflective practices involve examining your communication habits and seeking ways to improve them. Regular reflection helps you become more aware of your speech patterns and their impact on others. Keep a communication journal. Record your interactions and reflect on how they went. Note any patterns or areas for improvement and set goals for enhancing your communication skills. Seek feedback. Request feedback from trusted friends or colleagues about your communication style. Use their insights to make constructive adjustments. Engage in mindfulness meditation. Regular mindfulness meditation helps cultivate awareness and control over your thoughts and speech. This practice supports more mindful and deliberate communication. Integrating mindful communication techniques. Integrating these mindful communication techniques into your daily interactions requires consistent practice and self-awareness. By focusing on active listening, careful word choice, non-verbal communication, empathy, emotional management, and reflective practices, you can enhance the quality of your communication and align it with the principles of right speech. In summary, mindful communication involves a holistic approach to interacting with others. By actively listening, choosing words carefully, being aware of non-verbal cues, practicing empathy, managing emotions, and engaging in reflective practices, you create a more positive and respectful communication environment. Embracing these techniques helps you foster deeper connections, resolve conflicts constructively, and contribute to a more harmonious and compassionate world. Number 6. Practical exercises for wise speech. Implementing the principles of wise speech can be enhanced through practical exercises that encourage reflection, practice, and growth. These exercises help develop mindfulness, improve communication skills, and align our speech with Buddhist teachings. Here are some effective exercises to cultivate wise speech. 1. Journaling. Journaling is a powerful tool for self-reflection and growth. It allows you to examine your speech patterns, reflect on your interactions, and set goals for improvement. Daily reflection. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to journal about your conversations and interactions. Reflect on how your speech aligned with the principles of right speech, and consider any moments where you could have communicated more effectively or compassionately. Identify patterns. Look for recurring themes or patterns in your communication. Are there specific situations or triggers that lead to unwise speech? Use this insight to develop strategies for addressing these issues. Set goals. Based on your reflections, set specific goals for improving your speech. This could include practicing mindfulness, choosing words more carefully, or addressing any patterns of negative speech. 2. Role-playing. Role-playing exercises help you practice mindful and compassionate communication in a controlled setting. These exercises allow you to simulate various scenarios and receive feedback on your communication skills. Scenario practice. Create scenarios that reflect common communication challenges you face. Role-play these scenarios with a partner or in a group, focusing on applying the principles of wise speech. Feedback and adjustment. After each role-playing exercise, discuss the outcomes and receive feedback from participants. Use this feedback to adjust your communication approach and improve your skills. Practice empathy. In role-playing, focus on understanding and responding to others' emotions and perspectives. This helps enhance your empathy and promotes more compassionate communication. Third, meditation practices. Meditation practices can enhance awareness and control over your speech. Specific meditations can help you develop mindfulness, reduce impulsivity, and cultivate a compassionate mindset. Mindfulness meditation. Engage in regular mindfulness meditation to cultivate awareness of your thoughts and speech. Focus on observing your thoughts without judgment and redirecting them towards positive and constructive communication. Loving kindness meditation. Practice loving kindness meditation to develop compassion and empathy towards yourself and others. This meditation involves repeating phrases of goodwill and kindness, which can influence your communication positively. Speech reflection. Meditation. During meditation, reflect on recent conversations and interactions. Consider how your speech aligned with the principles of right speech and identify areas for improvement. Fourth, mindful communication exercises. These exercises are designed to enhance your ability to communicate mindfully and effectively. They help you integrate the principles of right speech into your daily interactions. Pause before speaking. Practice pausing before you respond in conversations. Take a moment to consider the impact of your words and choose them carefully. This pause helps prevent impulsive or harmful speech. Practice active listening. In every conversation, focus on listening fully and attentively. Use techniques such as summarizing what the other person has said and asking clarifying questions to demonstrate your engagement. Use positive affirmations. Incorporate positive affirmations into your daily routine. Repeat phrases that encourage kindness, clarity, and compassion in your speech. This helps reinforce your commitment to wise communication. 5. Seeking feedback and learning. Regularly seeking feedback and engaging in learning opportunities helps you continuously improve your communication skills and align them with the principles of right speech. Request constructive feedback. Ask friends, family, or colleagues for feedback on your communication style. Be open to their observations and suggestions for improvement. Participate in workshops. Attend workshops or training sessions focused on communication skills and mindfulness. These opportunities provide valuable insights and practical techniques for enhancing your speech. Read and reflect. Read books and articles on mindful communication and the principles of right speech. Reflect on the insights and apply them to your daily interactions. 6. Applying mindful communication in real situations. Applying mindful communication techniques in real-life situations helps reinforce your practice and integrates it into your daily interactions. Practice in everyday interactions. Apply the principles of wise speech in everyday conversations, both personal and professional. Focus on being present, empathetic, and respectful in all interactions. Handle conflicts constructively. Use mindful communication techniques to address conflicts and misunderstandings. Approach these situations with a mindset of resolution and understanding rather than defensiveness. Foster positive relationships. Cultivate and nurture relationships through mindful and compassionate communication. Focus on building trust, respect, and understanding in your interactions with others. Integrating practical exercises into daily life. Integrating these practical exercises into your daily routine requires consistent effort and commitment. By regularly engaging in journaling, role-playing, meditation practices, mindful communication exercises, and seeking feedback, You can enhance your ability to practice wise speech and align your communication with Buddhist principles. In summary, practical exercises for wise speech help you develop mindfulness, empathy, and effective communication skills. By incorporating journaling, role-playing, meditation practices, mindful communication techniques, and seeking feedback into your daily life, you can cultivate a practice of right speech that enhances your interactions and contributes to a more compassionate and harmonious world. 7. Integrating wise speech into daily life. Integrating the principles of wise speech into your daily life involves making conscious efforts to apply these teachings consistently across various interactions and situations. This integration requires practice, mindfulness, and a commitment to personal growth. Here are some practical steps and strategies to help you embed wise speech into your everyday routine. 1. Begin with self-awareness and self-reflection. Start by reflecting on your current communication habits. Consider how often you speak mindlessly or impulsively and identify patterns that may need improvement. Journaling or mindfulness meditation can aid in gaining deeper self-awareness. Monitor your speech. Pay attention to how your words affect others and yourself. Observe whether your speech aligns with the principles of right speech, being truthful, harmonious, and kind. Regular self-assessment helps in recognizing areas for improvement. 2. Practice mindful communication. Pause before speaking. Incorporate a brief pause before responding in conversations. This moment of reflection allows you to consider the impact of your words and choose them thoughtfully. Be present. Focus on being fully present during conversations. Avoid distractions, listen actively, and engage with the speaker's words and emotions. Mindful presence enhances the quality and effectiveness of your communication. Express compassion. Make a conscious effort to communicate with empathy and kindness. Choose words that uplift, support, and show understanding towards others. Avoid language that may cause harm or reinforce negative emotions. 3. Apply Buddhist principles in conversations. Embrace right speech. Apply the core aspects of right speech, truthfulness, non-harm, and helpfulness in all your interactions. Ensure that your speech adheres to these principles, promoting trust and respect. Cultivate patience. Practice patience in conversations, especially during disagreements or conflicts. Take a moment to calm your mind before responding, ensuring that your speech remains composed and constructive. Encourage open dialogue. Foster an environment where open and respectful dialogue is encouraged. Support others in expressing their thoughts and feelings, and respond with empathy and understanding. 4. Handle conflicts mindfully. Address issues constructively. Approach conflicts with a mindset of resolution rather than confrontation. Use calm and thoughtful language to address issues, focusing on finding common ground and solutions. Listen actively. Practice active listening during conflicts. Ensure you fully understand the other person's perspective before responding, which helps in resolving misunderstandings and fostering effective communication. Apologize and make amends. When you realize that your speech has caused harm, offer a sincere apology and take steps to make amends. Acknowledge any mistakes and commit to improving your communication in the future. Set communication goals. Identify areas for improvement. Based on your self-reflection, set specific goals for enhancing your communication. These goals might include reducing negative speech, increasing empathy, or improving active listening skills. Create a plan. Develop a plan to achieve your communication goals. Include practical steps such as practicing mindfulness, seeking feedback, or participating in communication workshops. Track your progress. Regularly review and track your progress towards your communication goals. Reflect on your achievements and areas that need further improvement and adjust your plan as needed. 6. Foster positive relationships. Build trust. Use wise speech to build and maintain trust in your relationships. Be consistent in your communication, show integrity, and respect others' viewpoints. Express appreciation regularly. Express appreciation and gratitude towards others. Positive reinforcement through kind words strengthens relationships and encourages more harmonious interactions. Support and encourage. Offer support and encouragement to those around you. Use affirming language to boost others' confidence and morale, contributing to a positive and supportive environment. 7. Incorporate mindfulness practices. Daily mindfulness routine. Incorporate mindfulness practices into your daily routine, such as meditation, mindful breathing, or mindful listening. These practices enhance your ability to communicate thoughtfully and attentively. Mindful reflection. Set aside time for mindful reflection on your communication experiences. Assess how well you applied the principles of wise speech and identify areas for continued growth. Seek guidance. Engage with Buddhist teachings and practices to deepen your understanding of mindful communication. Seek guidance from teachers, mentors, or spiritual communities to support your journey. 8. Share and reflect. Discuss with others. Share your experiences and insights about wise speech with friends, family, or a supportive community. Discussing these principles helps reinforce your commitment and provides opportunities for learning and growth. Reflect on impact. Reflect on how integrating wise speech has impacted your relationships and interactions. Consider the positive changes and areas where you can continue to develop. Conclusion: integrating wise speech into daily life is an ongoing practice that requires dedication and mindfulness. By beginning with self-awareness, practicing mindful communication, applying Buddhist principles, handling conflicts mindfully, setting communication goals, fostering positive relationships, incorporating mindfulness practices, and sharing experiences, you can make wise speech an integral part of your life. Embrace the journey with patience and commitment, and witness the transformative effects of mindful and compassionate communication on your relationships and personal well-being. 8. The role of speech in cultivating compassion. Speech plays a crucial role in the practice of compassion, both towards ourselves and others. In Buddhism, compassionate communication is not just about what we say, but how we say it, and the intention behind our words. Understanding and applying the principles of compassionate speech can significantly enhance our ability to connect with others and foster a more empathetic and harmonious environment. Here's how speech contributes to cultivating compassion. 1. Speech as a reflection of compassion. Expression of intentions. Compassionate speech reflects our inner intentions and attitudes. When we speak with genuine care and kindness, it reveals our commitment to understanding and alleviating the suffering of others. Our words become a vehicle for expressing empathy and concern. Impact on relationships. The way we communicate can either strengthen or weaken our relationships. Compassionate speech nurtures trust and connection, while harsh or insensitive words can create barriers and misunderstandings. By speaking compassionately, we contribute to the development of supportive and meaningful relationships. 2. The power of kind words. Uplifting and encouraging. Kind words have the power to uplift and encourage others, especially during difficult times. Offering words of support, appreciation, and encouragement can provide comfort and motivation, helping individuals feel valued and understood. Healing and comforting. Compassionate speech can act as a source of healing and comfort. Expressing empathy and understanding through our words can alleviate emotional pain and foster a sense of connection and reassurance. 3. Active listening as a compassionate practice. Listening with presence. Active listening is an essential component of compassionate communication. By giving our full attention to others, we show respect and validation for their experiences and emotions. This presence enhances our ability to respond with empathy and understanding. Reflective responses. Responding reflectively to what others share demonstrates our engagement and concern. Reflective listening involves acknowledging and validating the feelings and perspectives of others, which fosters a deeper connection and mutual respect. 4. Using speech to address suffering. Offering supportive feedback. Compassionate speech involves providing feedback that is supportive and constructive. Instead of criticizing or judging, we offer guidance and suggestions in a manner that is respectful and considerate of the other person's feelings, encouraging positive change. Through our speech, we can encourage positive change and growth in ourselves and others. Compassionate communication involves motivating and inspiring individuals to make constructive changes while maintaining a supportive and non-judgmental attitude. 5. Navigating difficult conversations with compassion. Approaching conflicts mindfully. In challenging situations, such as conflicts or disagreements, compassionate speech helps navigate conversations with care and sensitivity. By focusing on understanding and resolving the issue rather than escalating the conflict, we contribute to a more constructive and harmonious resolution. Empathizing with different perspectives. During difficult conversations, acknowledging and empathizing with different perspectives promotes mutual understanding and respect. Compassionate speech involves recognizing and valuing the experiences and viewpoints of others, even when we disagree. 6. The role of speech in self-compassion. Nurturing self-acceptance. Compassionate speech towards ourselves is crucial for self-compassion. By using kind and encouraging words, we foster a positive self-image and build resilience against self-criticism and negative self-talk. Managing self-talk. Transforming our internal dialogue into a supportive and compassionate conversation helps in managing stress and enhancing emotional well-being. By practicing self-compassion through our speech, we cultivate a healthier and more balanced relationship with ourselves. 7. Cultivating compassion through regular practice. Daily reflection. Regularly reflecting on how we use our words and their impact on ourselves and others helps in cultivating compassion. This practice involves assessing our communication habits and making conscious efforts to align them with compassionate principles. Mindfulness exercises. Engaging in mindfulness exercises focused on speech can enhance our ability to communicate compassionately. Practices such as mindful listening, empathetic response, and compassionate self-talk contribute to developing a more empathetic and understanding approach to communication. 8. Encouraging compassionate environments. Creating supportive spaces. By practicing and promoting compassionate speech, we contribute to creating supportive and nurturing environments, whether at home, work, or within our communities. Fostering an atmosphere of kindness and empathy helps build stronger and more harmonious relationships. Leading by example. Demonstrating compassionate speech in our interactions sets a positive example for others. By embodying the principles of wise and compassionate communication, we inspire those around us to adopt similar practices and contribute to a culture of empathy and respect. Conclusion. The role of speech in cultivating compassion is profound and multifaceted. By speaking with kindness, actively listening, offering supportive feedback, and navigating difficult conversations with empathy, we enhance our ability to connect with others and contribute to a more compassionate world. Integrating compassionate speech into our daily interactions not only strengthens our relationships, but also fosters a deeper sense of understanding and connection. Embrace the practice of compassionate communication and witness the positive impact it can have on your relationships and personal well-being. Number 9. Overcoming challenges in wise speech. Practicing wise speech is a valuable endeavor, but it often comes with challenges. Whether due to emotional triggers, ingrained habits, or external pressures, navigating these difficulties requires awareness, patience, and perseverance. Here are some common challenges in wise speech and strategies for overcoming them. 1. Recognizing emotional triggers. Identifying triggers. We all have emotional triggers, situations or comments that provoke strong reactions. These triggers can lead to unconsidered or reactive speech. Recognize and identify what triggers your emotional responses to manage them effectively. Pause and reflect. When you feel triggered, practice pausing before speaking. This moment of reflection allows you to calm your emotions and choose your words more thoughtfully, preventing impulsive and potentially harmful reactions. 2. Breaking old habits. Awareness of patterns, habits of speech, such as sarcasm, gossip, or defensiveness, can be deeply ingrained. Start by becoming aware of these patterns in your communication and their impact on others. Gradual change. Implement gradual changes rather than attempting a complete overhaul overnight. Focus on one aspect of your speech at a time, such as reducing negative comments or improving active listening. 3. Dealing with conflict. Maintaining calmness. Conflict situations often challenge our ability to communicate wisely. Practice maintaining calmness and composure during disagreements. Use techniques such as deep breathing or mindfulness to stay centered. Focus on resolution. Shift the focus from winning the argument to resolving the issue constructively. Use compassionate language and active listening to address the conflict and find common ground. 4. Managing external pressures. Handling stress. External pressures, such as workplace stress or family dynamics, can influence our communication. Develop stress management techniques, such as mindfulness or relaxation exercises, to reduce the impact of external pressures on your speech. Setting boundaries. Learn to set healthy boundaries in challenging situations. Communicate your limits respectfully and assertively to avoid unnecessary conflicts and maintain wise speech. 5. Addressing miscommunication. Clarifying intentions. Miscommunication can occur when our words are misunderstood. Clarify your intentions and seek feedback to ensure that your message is accurately conveyed and received. Apologizing and correcting. If miscommunication leads to misunderstanding or harm, promptly apologize and correct the situation. Acknowledge any mistakes and make amends to restore trust and understanding. 6. Balancing honesty and sensitivity. Finding the right balance. Being truthful is essential, but it must be balanced with sensitivity. Strive to communicate your honest thoughts while considering the impact on the recipient's feelings. Choosing your words. Use gentle and thoughtful language when conveying difficult truths. Frame your messages in a way that is respectful and empathetic, ensuring that your honesty does not come across as harsh or insensitive. 7. Overcoming implicit bias. Recognizing bias. Implicit biases can influence how we communicate and perceive others. Become aware of your own biases and how they might affect your speech and interactions. Practicing inclusivity. Make a conscious effort to practice inclusivity and avoid language that reinforces stereotypes or discrimination. Use speech that respects and values diverse perspectives and experiences. 8. Handling feedback and criticism. Receiving constructively. Learning to receive feedback and criticism gracefully is crucial for improving wise speech. Approach feedback with an open mind and view it as an opportunity for growth rather than as a personal attack. Responding thoughtfully. When providing feedback to others, ensure that your comments are constructive and delivered with empathy. Focus on offering solutions and support rather than merely pointing out flaws. 9. Developing patience. Practicing patience. Cultivating wise speech requires patience, both with yourself and others. Recognize that change takes time and that developing new communication habits is an ongoing process. Being forgiving. Be forgiving of yourself when you fall short of your communication goals. Understand that setbacks are part of the learning process and commit to continuous improvement. 10. Seeking support. Engaging with mentors. Seek guidance and support from mentors, teachers, or spiritual advisors who can provide valuable insights and encouragement in your journey toward wise speech. Participating in workshops. Join workshops or groups focused on communication skills and personal development. Engaging with others who share similar goals can offer support and practical strategies for overcoming challenges. Conclusion. Overcoming challenges in wise speech requires self-awareness, commitment, and a willingness to grow. By recognizing emotional triggers, breaking old habits, managing conflict, addressing miscommunication, balancing honesty with sensitivity, overcoming bias, handling feedback, developing patience, and seeking support, you can navigate the complexities of communication with greater ease. Embrace these challenges as opportunities for personal growth and transformation, and continue to refine your practice of wise speech for more meaningful and compassionate interactions. Number 10. The connection between speech and mental health. The relationship between speech and mental health is profound and multifaceted. Our words not only reflect our mental state, but also influence our emotional well-being and psychological health. Understanding this connection can help us use our speech more effectively to support mental health and foster a positive mindset. Here's how speech impacts mental health and vice versa. 1. The impact of positive speech on mental health. Enhancing self-esteem. Positive self-talk and affirmations can boost self-esteem and self-worth. By reinforcing positive beliefs about ourselves, we cultivate a healthier self-image and increase our overall sense of confidence and self-acceptance. Reducing stress. Speaking kindly to ourselves and others can alleviate stress and anxiety. Positive and supportive language helps create a calming effect, reducing the psychological burden of negative self-talk and external pressures. Promoting emotional resilience. Constructive and encouraging speech fosters emotional resilience. By focusing on strengths and potential solutions rather than dwelling on problems, we build a more adaptive and optimistic mindset. 2. The effect of negative speech on mental health. Self-criticism and anxiety. Negative self-talk, such as self-criticism or harsh judgments, can exacerbate anxiety and depression. Continuous negative speech undermines mental health by reinforcing feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. Impact on relationships. Negative or harmful speech toward others can strain relationships and create emotional distance. Poor communication can lead to conflicts, misunderstandings, and a lack of support, all of which negatively affect mental well-being. Reinforcing negative thought patterns. Consistent negative speech can reinforce negative thought patterns and mental habits. This feedback loop perpetuates a cycle of pessimism and discouragement, making it challenging to break free from detrimental mental states. 3. The role of mindful speech in managing mental health. Mindfulness and awareness. Practicing mindful speech involves being fully aware of our words and their impact. By incorporating mindfulness into our communication, we become more conscious of how our speech affects our mental state and those around us. Reducing reactive responses. Mindfulness helps in reducing reactive responses by promoting thoughtful and measured communication. This approach minimizes impulsive and emotionally charged speech, leading to more balanced and constructive interactions. Enhancing self-awareness. Mindful speech encourages greater self-awareness and reflection. By examining our language and its effects, we gain insight into our emotional triggers and patterns, enabling us to address underlying mental health issues more effectively. 4. The therapeutic benefits of constructive communication. Emotional expression. Expressing emotions constructively through speech provides an outlet for processing and managing feelings. Open and honest communication about emotions helps in reducing emotional burdens and promoting mental clarity. Seeking support. Communicating openly about mental health challenges with trusted individuals can provide valuable support and understanding. Sharing experiences and feelings fosters a sense of connection and can alleviate feelings of isolation. Cognitive restructuring. Engaging in positive and rational speech can aid in cognitive restructuring. By challenging and reframing negative thoughts through constructive dialogue, we can alter detrimental thought patterns and improve mental health. The influence of social interactions on mental health. Supportive relationships. Positive social interactions and supportive relationships enhance mental well-being. Engaging in uplifting and affirming conversations with others provides emotional support and reinforces a sense of belonging and community. Social comparison. Conversely, social comparisons and critical feedback from others can negatively impact mental health. Being mindful of the language we use in social interactions helps in maintaining healthy and supportive relationships. Role of empathy. Empathetic speech fosters deeper connections and mutual understanding. By practicing empathy in our communication, we strengthen our relationships and create a supportive environment that promotes mental well-being. 6. Techniques for improving speech for better mental health. Affirmations and positive self-talk. Incorporate affirmations and positive self-talk into your daily routine. Regularly affirming positive qualities and achievements reinforces self-esteem and emotional resilience. Gratitude practice. Practice expressing gratitude through speech. Regularly acknowledging and appreciating positive aspects of your life and others fosters a positive mindset and enhances overall mental health. Active listening. Engage in active listening to foster deeper connections and understanding. By fully attending to others' words and emotions, you build supportive relationships and improve your own emotional well-being. 7. The role of professional support. Therapy and counseling. Professional therapy and counseling offer valuable tools for addressing negative speech patterns and mental health challenges. Therapists can provide strategies for transforming harmful speech and improving emotional regulation. Communication skills training. Enroll in communication skills training or workshops that focus on constructive and mindful speech. These resources can help you develop healthier communication habits and support your mental health journey. Conclusion. The connection between speech and mental health is integral and influential. Positive and mindful speech supports mental well-being, while negative or harmful language can exacerbate mental health issues. By understanding this connection and implementing strategies for constructive communication, we can enhance our emotional resilience, build supportive relationships, and foster a healthier mental state. Embrace the power of your words and their impact on mental health, and strive to communicate with kindness, empathy, and mindfulness. In our journey through the art of wise speech, inspired by Buddhist teachings, we've explored the powerful impact that mindful communication has on our lives and those around us. We started by recognizing the inherent power of words, seeing how they shape our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Buddhism shows us that speech is not just a way to communicate, but a path to creating harmony, understanding, and ethical living. We looked at Buddhism's threefold training: ethical conduct, sila, mindfulness, sati, and wisdom, panya, as a foundation for practicing wise speech daily. Through the four right efforts, we learned to avoid harmful speech, promote positive communication, and correct unskillful words. The 5 precepts reinforced the importance of right speech, providing ethical guidelines to shape our interactions. Our journey continued with practical techniques for mindful communication, like active listening, careful word choice, and awareness of non-verbal signals. We practiced exercises such as journaling, role-playing, and meditation to strengthen these skills. Applying wise speech to daily life and appreciating its role in fostering compassion were essential parts of our exploration. We also addressed challenges in keeping mindful communication and examined the link between speech and mental health. Through case studies and real-life examples, we saw how wise speech can transform both relationships and personal well-being. We discussed the importance of teaching others about mindful communication and explored additional resources to support ongoing learning. Finally, we highlighted the significance of community and support in fostering a practice of wise speech. As we wrap up, it's clear that wise speech, grounded in Buddhist teachings, goes beyond just avoiding harmful words. It actively encourages kindness, clarity, and understanding. Mindful communication has the power to transform, bringing healthier relationships, personal growth, and a more compassionate world. I encourage you to take these insights and apply them in your daily life. Start by thinking about your current communication habits and setting simple goals for improvement. Practice mindful speech in your interactions and look for supportive communities and resources to help you grow. By adopting these principles, you can enrich your relationships, create a more peaceful environment, and support both personal and shared well-being. Let Buddhist teachings be your guide on this journey of mindful communication. Embrace this chance to transform your speech and, in turn, your life. The path to wise speech is one of ongoing learning and growth, and every step can bring you closer to a more compassionate and fulfilling life.